What's up? This is the Master Coop and welcome back to another video. This is the first video in a new series I'm starting called Before It's Forgotten. Where I talk about games I've played through and that I believe is simply underrated and deserves some more attention. So hopefully I can shed some light on it before the game becomes dead/forgotten. And if it's your first time, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for some more videos coming like this in the future. And today we're talking about the arcade racer that is Inertial Drift. So for someone who's been waiting for a chance to try this game out, I completely missed it when it released back in September 11th of 2020 on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch for around 20 bucks. Not sure what had me so busy, but with the next gen consoles out and various games getting forced out the window to make it for the holiday season, I'm definitely glad I decided to take a step back and pick this game up to play. At least till everything calms down with the bugs, stock shortages, and well, everything else going on this year. Well, that's enough on that one. Let's talk about Inertial Drift. Or should I say, one of the newest additions to the Initial D games. If you have ever played any of the old Initial D series of games, or if you're just a fan in any other way, then you'll definitely appreciate this one. It's all about the game's new drift mechanic. It has this weird thing to where you use both the analog sticks to control how you drift. It's hard to explain. It's one of those things that may look kind of off at first, but it's not until you put your hands on a controller and try it out for yourself that you start to get a feel for it. It can be a little bit of a learning curve, but you should get a hang of it. As you constantly work to get a feel for your car, improve how to approach a turn, and use the balance of gas, brake, and both the analog sticks to master your way around a corner, this is the one mechanic that definitely drives you into the game. For a $20 game, there's a good amount of things you can do. Of course, you have your story mode, which honestly I wasn't really interested in, but it does set the right tone for the game. Even though I didn't have much interest within the characters and the story, it quickly showed me what really mattered about this game, and that's, of course, the gameplay infused with its sick art, music, and just the overall atmosphere and vibe that the game sets. After getting past the short dialogue, the beautiful tracks, and addicting game mechanics immersed me into the game, as your only real focus is on the speed of your car and keeping your eyes on the track. And I also have to say, this game, even though it doesn't have the best graphics, because of the style of art that it gives off, it can look pretty decent at times. With me replaying certain parts, the story mode took me maybe about an hour and a half to beat, but then the difficulty definitely ramps up with V story, as the difficulty of getting hang of the Class A cars definitely ramps up the difficulty by a good amount. It takes some more time to get used to. In the story mode, you will encounter your basic races, ghost battles, time trials, style matches, which is where you just drift to get the most amount of points, and then you have your endurance matches, which is also where you have to race to get checkpoints before you run out of time. There are 5 main tracks and I think 20 total races, which is just cut up variations of the 5 main tracks, which, even though it's just 5 tracks, they're definitely good ones. Each one of them gives you like a different challenge to approach in terms of like how you have to use your drift. Then besides story mode, you have your challenges, which is how you need to eventually unlock new cars/drivers. And then you have your arcade mode, Grand Prix, which is just a variation of 5 race challenges for like a max amount of score. I didn't play too much of that. And then you have your split screen if you want, and then online. Which online, I'm sorry to say, I could not find a match. I'm hoping people hop on this game more later, but As for now, I really couldn't get into an online match. Well, to end it off, I just really enjoyed the vibe of this game. I think the game does a fantastic job of making a new, fun arcade racer with resemblance of Initial D, but still being its own thing at the end of the day. Even though I wasn't really interested in the story mode and I was expecting a little bit more, the gameplay is definitely what holds it up. And with V's story mode, it definitely takes the training wheels off. So basically, with the gameplay being so damn addicting and the overall style of the game being exactly what it needs to, testing your skills in the other game modes is also a ton of fun. And at the end of the day, it's this new gameplay mechanic that holds the game up, and I hope a lot more people have the opportunity to play it. Well, have I convinced you on buying it? Are you going to check it out on sale? Have you already played it and just loving it as it is? If you want, let me know down in the comments down below your thoughts. Also, what do you think of this new series I'm trying out? I'm mostly just trying to shed some light on these games that seem to come out and instantly become forgotten or unheard of. That's it for this one. This has been a Before It's Forgotten for Inertial Drift. Thanks for watching. This is Master Coop. Stay grinding, stay gaming, master it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Reply your name.